Today I am reading the remedy Anhalonium from the book Soul of Remedy written by Dr. Rajan Sankaran. Anhalonium is a drug remedy. It is prepared from the peyote, the cactus from which mescaline is extracted. It belongs to the cancer mechanism. The experience of mescaline is often one of the merging with one's surroundings or the feeling of being one with the whole of the existence. Seeing oneself without any boundaries. This is close to the highest spiritual experience as described in a Hindu or Buddhist philosophy as oneness or non-duality of the spirit. We all are one. This way they are thinking. This experience implies immortality. What die is the body. As the self is continuous with the whole of the existence, it cannot be mortal. The need for such an experience arises from the feeling of having no roots, of having no identity, of feeling totally isolated and separated from the other human being. So that one sees one's ego as being separated and being totally mortal. This can be create immense fear of losing one's very existence, which is much more than the mere fear of the death. The easiest way to experience this loss of existence is for the person to ask himself the questions: who am I? If I remove my name, just imagine that you don't have a name and you are not allowed to invent a name for yourself and ask who I am. Who am I? There is a tremendous blankness, a void, a emptiness which is very scary. Without your identity, you feel nothing. A void which this patient tries to bridge by connecting himself to not only his name but also some group or society, his family, and etc. And so etc. So that he extend himself beyond body and his larger group identity does not die so easily. Anhalonium comes from the Anhalonium comes from the situations where sit down situations where people experience a total solitude and feel they could lose their identity. In such a situations, the only solution is being in the Anhalonium state where they can identify themselves with not only group or family but with the whole of the existence. I believe that many a well-known spiritual leader and teachers could have had a background of the isolation and an absence of root, which could be powerful impetus to seek one spiritual identity. Anhalonium belongs to the cancer miasm, where the person has to stretch much beyond himself, or he will lose his existence. He start living inside a bubble isolated from the rest of the world, but inside it, he creates his own universe. Anhalonium people speaks in terms of universe, space, etc. They have the most fantastic experience, which are often spiritual and have no fear of losing their ego, identity, or losing the dear one person. Just a minute. Often I have found that they had tried out drugs and had a good experience with mescaline. They often try their best to belong to group but usually feel quite alone. They also react well to the music and can go into the trance from the rhythm. Rubrics are confusion, identity as to his, depersonalizations, loss of self knowledge, and self control, disassociation from the self identification with environment, personal disruption, decomposition, space off, delusion, immortality off, delusion standing by oneself, environmental orientation increased, forsaken isolation, sensation of, merging of self with one's environment, reality flight from. This is all about Anhalonium. Listen and understand. Thank you.